What's up, Magic YouTube? It's your boy, the Big Cat. I'm stoked because here we are. Phyrexia, all will be one. Are you ready? Let's be one together. I'm so hyped. This set looks so awesome. I cannot wait to open these packs. We're just gonna dive right in and enjoy ourselves, y'all. This set looks so awesome. Look at this new awesome Phyrexian arena art. I love that. Vraska just telling Jace, like, don't worry about it. It'll feel good, I promise. Meet Elish Norn. She's a panharmonomom with a Lady Gaga aesthetic. After dominating the other Phyrexian Paraders in a struggle for power, Elish Norn led the transformation of the plane Mirrodin into the world of twisted perfection called New Phyrexia. Under her rule, she now envisions the entire multiverse blessed by the same mechanical corruption. Let's go. All right, well, let's get into it. Us and Lady Leshy Norny here. Let's do this thing. Oh, an uncommon. Award the Spark List card on top. So different collation here. List in the first slot. There we go. Invade the city. Then we got our foil. Uncommon there. Vivisection Evangelist. This is actually quite a cool card. I love the name. Love what it do. When Vivisection Evangelist enters the battlefield, if an opponent has 3 or more poison counters, destroy target creature. Nice. Very nice. Little destruction effect. And our first rare. Our first lovely rare is Malira, the Living Cure. If you get 1 or more poison counters, instead you get 1 poison counter and get an additional. And you can't get any additional. Nice. All right. Exile here. Choose another target creature artifact when it's put in the graveyard. Return that card. Not a bad little creature. Not a bad little utility bear. Human. Got our first in the little Phyrexian style cards here. Pretty cool. $2.95. Rustvine Cultivator. Let's go check out what else we got. Incubation Sac. Unctus's Retrofitter. Ribskiff. Surgical Day. I'm pretty sure I fought a few of those in Elden Ring. Cards look a little rough on top. We'll have to check where they're produced. Thrill of Possibility. Prologue to Phyresis. And a nice little Phyrexian land. And an other card upside down. So definitely a different collation. Pretty cool there, though. Let's check it out. Where are these produced? Japan. So these are supposed to be the good ones. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, another list card. Double list right off the bat. Phyrexian Walker. Pretty cool little list choice. Another foil. Vron. Executioner Thane. Black and 1 for a 2/2 Phyrexian Vampire. Whenever 1 or more other creatures you control die, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Fantastic card for aristocrats. Oh, boom. Let's go. Double rare pack right off the top, kids. I'm glad you're all here with me because there's the mythic Atraxa Grand Unifier in the I don't know what to even call this. Phyrexian minimalism. But awesome. There we go. Boom, Atraxa. Let's go. Let's make a little spot. We'll move this here, and we'll make a spot just for mythics, just for y'all at home. That's a hot one. Sinew Dancer. Man, that's wild. Tivar's Stand, Against All Odds. Man, some funky texture on that art and Against All Odds. Is that how it's supposed to look? Sheoldred's Edict, fantastic new edict. Man, great art in this set. I am so hype on this set. Like, all of this is so cool. Incisor Glider, yuck, terrifying, but cool. A beautiful land for us. Look at that. Funky little Phyrexian full art. Say that for yourself. Funky little Phyrexian full art. Oh, off to a pretty hot start. Boom. Oh, that's a sick art card. Let's talk about it. Damn, little Vraska. Or, I'm sorry, Vraska. That's a Nissa completed. There's our first token on the night. Little foily. Karumonyx, the Rat King. I think they made, Guitar Hero, Karumonyx. The little rat legend. Toxic 1. Rats you control have toxic. He's a Phyrexian rat, and when he enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 of your library. You may reveal a rat card among them and put it in your hand. Pretty nice, little rat lord. Little rat lord. Sawblade Scamp. He's scamping. Hex Gold Hover Wings, Hex Gold Halberd, Blade Hold War Whip. Some great naming here. A bunch of cool equipments. Mirrodin showing up on all three of those. We really ripped the Mirrodin set booster here. This is for our Mirrans back at home. All my Mirrans. Oh, look at it. Oh my gosh, you guys. These look dope online, but check this out. Oh man, Phyrexian Island foil too? I mean, these look so good in the art, but the foil does really add something to this. Hell yeah. Let's go. This one's going to be loaded with goodies, you guys. I can see these set boosters are going to do well over time. This thing is loaded. Like, we're 4 packs in. This is great. An M19 list slot. A Johnny's Last Stand. 2 white and 2. Whenever a creature or planeswalker you control dies, you can sacrifice it. If you do, put a 4/4 white flying avatar. When a spell or ability you control causes you to discard, you do the same thing. Okay, that's fine. Foil, Mesmerizing Dose, Mind Splice Apparatus. Interesting little card. Flash it in. Start cheapening all your casting. Pretty cool. And look at that, the second appearance of our buddy Vran, Executioner Thane, but this time in this Phyrexian treatment. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Bone Picker Scourge. A Necrosquito. Armored Scrap Gorger. Evolving Adaptive. This set is awesome. This set is so loaded with power. The new Skull Bombs look fantastic. Escaped Experiment. Experimental Augury. And there's that Swamp. So just to give you guys kind of a nice side-by-side between the foils. So that's kind of what we're working with there. These kick butt. Look at how awesome these lands are. Wow. Really doing some stuff. This is a great product, I gotta say. I mean, we're not that far into it. I'm falling in love over here. Signed art card. Little mirror and brawling action. Keep shuffling these on you. The collation's weird. It's throwing me off. I'm like, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to finish. Quicksilver, little foil action. Malcator, Purity Overseer. When the Malcator, Purity Overseer enters the battlefield, a 3/3 golem. At the beginning of your end step, if you have 3 or more artifacts in the battlefield, create another 3/3. Huh. Not bad. Not bad. Malcator, I see you. Cankerbloom, I think this is a fantastic little uncommon. 2 green and 1 for a 3/2 that can proliferate or naturalize. Like, this creature's got it all. Look out, Rexage. You got your work cut out for you, pal. Necrogen Rot Priest. Sick. Necrogen Communion. Cankerbloom. Another one. Planar Disruption. Hazardous Blast. Bone Picker Scourge. Fleshless Gladiator. Fantastic namings. Tyrannix Atrocity. Gosh dang. And there's that Swamp. So just one last time, you can kind of see here in the direct comparison. Let me know. You be the judge. Which one do you like better? Gosh, these look awesome. All right, well, let's keep going. It's not even like the usual thing where I'm like, oh, where's the big hit? We have to get the mythic. I'm like just already hyped on what we've opened. It's so cool. Jawbone Duelist, he's ready to go. The Monumental Facade. This is a pretty interesting card. When it enters the battlefield, 2 oil. Taps for a colorless. It's a sphere. And remove an oil counter from it. Put an oil counter on target other thing as a sorcery. Interesting little oil card. Another Cankerbloom. Rebel Salvo. Resistance Reunited. Looks like Elspeth and Koth being friends again. They're like, man, it's been a while. You're still looking good, though. The Fair Basilica. Not bad. Enters the battlefield white, but it is a sphere. Draw some. Basilica Spellbomb. Zealous Conviction. Infectious Inquiry. And the Phyrexian. Just a plain. It's funny to think that a land like that is plain. That's the plain Jane. That is the plain Jane. Let's keep rocking and rolling, kiddos. There's our drone. Beautiful token art. Look at that. Love that drone. Love that. Noxious Assault. Drivnod. Carnage Dominus. I think this guy's kind of been overlooked. So let me talk to you guys about this card. 2 black and 3. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, it triggers an additional time. Hello, Aristocrats. Double on your thing. And then for 2 black and exile 3 creature cards from your graveyard, he's indestructible. This is, and it's an 8/3. This is an extremely violent, fantastic trigger for graveyard loops. Like, look at this guy. Maybe it's just win more. Maybe it's just win more. I have a tendency to fall. Blight Belly Rat, Toxic 1, and when it dies, proliferate for 2 mana. Gosh dang. The 2-drops in this set are out of control. Tamio's Immobilizer. Yikes. That's frightening. Tamio's Logbook. Gosh, Tamio's got all these little tentacles going on. That's freaky. Thrumming Bird. What a classic. Nice little reprint. Some nice new art. Evil Tamio in the back there. Duelist of Deep Faith. Fantastic. Gosh, I love the names in this set. These beautiful new mirror. I mean, the art is a knockout. The names are a knockout. Talk about a love letter to deep magic lore. We are getting it. This is awesome, guys. I really have not had this much fun with the set booster in quite some time. And for a brand new debut set, love it. Cat for the big cat. Awesome cat art. Great tokens. Man, they really are. The art department. Skrelv. There's our little boy Skrelv. He doing it. Skrelvin. Biting that finger. I love Skrelv's art because he's just like, you can see he's tough. He's small, but he's tough. Oh, I spit on a card now. Mirror Convert. Another 2-drop, a 2/1 Toxic 1, and then tap and pay 2 life. It's not bad. It's not bad, man. This guy, too, the Voidwing Hybrid. What is up with the 2-drops in this set? What is up with the 2-drops, you guys? Talk about some creep. Minor misstep. Some of the costs in this set might have been a minor misstep. Sinew Dancer. Beautiful Metal Mountain. Look at that. Booyah. Is this Jace? Pulling a weapon out of his tummy. He's like, I'm anime edgelord now. Back off. We're going to go slow through this one, guys, but these are so loaded. The packs are loaded. We're opening all kinds of cool stuff tonight. I'm in love. I'm in love. Phyrexian Might. Yikes. Yuck. Awesome. Magmatic Sprinter. Black Sun's Twilight. Black and X. Up to 1 target creature gets -X/-X until end of turn. If it was 5 or more, return a creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. Removal and recursion at instant speed? Hello. Not a bad shifter at 6. I mean, that's pricey at 6, but you nuke a 5-drop and throw a 5-cost, like throw your Leshnor back into play? Joke's on you. Joke's on you, Buster. Sinew Dancer. Cinderclash Ravager. Reject Imperfection. I'm going to send that to my team at work tomorrow. Yeah, what's up with this weird, like, mottled texture on some of these? See? It's on this one, too. It's a cool thing, and I know that happens with classic paintings, but it's like, it's wild to have that effect in the art. I love it. Anoint with Affliction. Shieldred's Head Cleaver. Menace. Toxic 2 for 4. 2/4. Duress with some new art. Iker Synthesizer. Oh, this guy's ready to jam. He's a DJ. He's got the synthesizer. Rebel. Or Rebel. Either one. Noun to a verb. Miglas. Back with some of the cool, kind of almost Russian sounding naming. Miglas. Mage Crusher. Red Green 1 for a 4/4. Nice rate. Legendary. When he enters the battlefield, it enters with 5 oil counters. 1 colorless, remove an oil counter. It gains Vigilance and Menace. Tight. 2 colorless, remove 2. It gets +2/+2. 3 colorless, remove 3. Naturalize. This guy seems like a beatdown. Like, this seems like a great red-green, just like beatdown type of card. I mean, he's going to come out, be menacing, and destroy stuff and kill stuff and threaten your opponent's life total very nicely. Nice card. Turn 2? Meaglaws, anyone? Turn 2 Meaglaws, and then just start really making your opponent sad as soon as you untap on turn 3? Sounds good to me. Bone Picker Scourge. Corrupted. As long as the opponent has 3 or more poison counters. It has... Oh, Vampire Nighthawk. Nice. Corrupted Nighthawk. Ichor Plate Golem. Atraxis Skitterfang. Beautiful artwork. Look at that. Look at that. Cephalopod Sentry. Straight out of the Matrix on that one. Silent Observer swim through the air of Norn's Sea Core, watching the nascent invasion tree for any signs of interference. Ossification. Turning to bone. Only Elesh Norn's most loyal servants are granted the honor of becoming part of her throne. Yikes, but dope. Whispers of the Dross. Not bad cheap removal. I mean, 1-drop creatures be put on notice. The Proliferate deck has you beat so well before it untaps. Damn. Plains. And, oh, signed anime style. That's sick. Like, look at how dope that is. If I was just back when I was a kid just collecting cards before Magic was a thing, like, that'd be the type of card you see where you're like, what set of cards is this from? I want to get into this. That is dope. The black and white with gold signature, I love that. Love, love, love that. Nile Spellbomb, classic throwback in our list slot. Oh, foil, alternate art, Skrelv. Let's go, booyah. Booyah. And the Filigree Silix. Can't believe I said that first try. Really interesting card. I mean, tap it to put an oil counter on it. Sacrifice it to destroy each non-land permanent, so it's a Ratchet Bomb. But if you remove 10 from among permanents you control and sacrifice it, it deals 10 damage to any target. Like, Ratchet Bomb with upside? Sure. Why not? It's a lot like when I remember one of the channels I was watching when Mr. Orange, Evan Irwin from the Magic Show, big old school classic Magic YouTuber, and he talked about getting back into Magic with Mirrodin cards being previewed. And he saw Skull Clamp and he was like, this is just a card? Like a card that strong? I guess everything just costs 1 now and is cheap. And I just think about that whenever I open stuff. Another throwback there, Crumbling Colossus. I just think about that now whenever I see cards of just like, oh man, Dragonwing for Mirrodin. 2/2. So a 4/4 flying haste for 5 that drops its kite. Not bad, not too shabby. I'm not the biggest equipment guy. I think they have their purposes in very niche cases. Like certain equipment are very good, but oh, look at that yucky, scary Terramorphic Expanse. This card is sick. Phyrexian Atlas showing the rings. Let's go. 5 suns over Mirrodin? New Phyrexia? Since conquering Mirrodin, Phyrexian engineers have worked tirelessly to transform the plane's original 2 layers into a more fitting array of 9. Sick. It's like the circles of hell, y'all. Phyrexia is Magic's hell, and real life hell is cool. So, and Magic's cool. So, two wrongs do make a right. 2 wrongs make a right. And what we're gonna say is right is Magic's hell. Phyrexia is cool. And in some ways, Mirrodin was hell too. If you lived through it and played through it, especially gosh dang before bannings, that was hell too. Annihilating Glare. Gosh, I love the names in this. They're all like bad metalcore titles. Let's go. Graz, Unstoppable Juggernaut. He's unstoppable and he's a juggernaut. We caught up with Graz as he was traveling New Phyrexia. What did you have to say, Graz? Well, I'm 7/5 and all juggernauts you control attack each combat. They can't be blocked by walls. And other creatures you control have toughness and power of 5/3 and are juggernauts. Because juggernauts, juggernaut, you can't stop me. I'm the juggernaut. Jugger won't, juggernaut, doesn't matter, here he is. Ambulatory Edifice. When it enters the battlefield, you can pay 2 life. When you do, Drop a little minus on some creatures. Veil of Assimilation. So sick. Hear only harmony, see only glory, speak only truth. Atraxa. I'm quite attracted to some of those powerful cards in the set. Plated Onslaught. Affinity for artifacts and a pump spell. Not bad, not bad. That's a limited minor take. Maybe you use that. You probably don't. Beautiful forest. Virinclex. His little crunchy face reflected in the art there. You know, that's one thing I'll say. Clearly, it's kind of a war between the Leshnorn and Sheoldred, and Jin-Gitaxias is like sitting in the back trying to think his way out of it. Urbrask. But the one thing I love is that Virinclex, people are like, yeah, but green cool, though. Green cool, though, so they get a big fatty womp who like doubles everything and is still relevant. And I love that. And then he's like, can I just run around on Kaldheim killing stuff? And they're like, yeah, go for it, man. Meanwhile, Urbrask is like, do you think anyone will remember me if I show up on Capenna? And we're like, we'll try not to. Kaya! Man, there are not many bad Kaya cards, are there, Magic fans? But let's check it out. So she's a 7-drop for 6. That's pretty pricey. But, oh, sorry about that, kiddos. That color is pretty good for where Magic's at right now. I mean, those pips are where the juice is. Hexproof. Sure. Does this get played at the top of the Esper deck? I've been seeing these, like, Rafine Skrelv decks already. Is this, like, the big hose at the top, or is she just outcosted by all these amazing cheap cards? Her +2 is each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. Okay, so good for Orzhov life gain deck. And it's a hexproof. Again, that's nice on a Planeswalker. You draw 2 cards, and then each opponent may scry 1. For 0? Let's go. In white and black? Let's go. What's this -3 about? Exile target creature. If it wasn't an aura, create a token that's a... Oh, that's right. She's removal that puts it on your side of the board. This is nuts. This artifact that's like the reverse Crucible of Worlds that she can destroy and then give you a living copy of when she drops down under hexproof. Kaya, you're an interesting gal. We're gonna look more into this. That's Kaya. Kaya's cool. Kaya's cool. Serum Core Chimera. Gosh, look at these names. Drown in Icor. This card is fantastic. 2 mana, -4/-4 proliferate. This is fantastic removal. There's 2 mana for that? Who was in charge of the 2-drops in this set? Bounce a card. If it had a value of 3 or less, proliferate. Again, who was in charge of the 2-drops? Who was in charge of the 2-drops? They got some gas. Someone came through and said, 1's looking pretty good. We're very aggressive at 1. We've got Skrelv. We've got Minor Misstep. 2-drop, what do you got for us? Any Praters? And they're like, no, sir, no Praters could cost 2. What about this? 3-drop. Take all your best cards. Reduce them by 1 colorless. Give them to 2-drop. Let's skip to 4. We're going to have lunch early today, boys. That's basically what it feels like. Ooh, hoo. Another Phyrexian Might. Scary, awesome, cool. BT dub. Geth. He is terrible. Poor Geth. Probably one of the worst cards in the set. But foil cool art. Foil cool art. Foil cool art. Geth might do something, but doesn't look like he will. This Geth is a little bit of a step down. But Eternal Wanderer, hey, now, this is decent enough just to be the icing on top of this cake. Eternal Wanderer. You said it wasn't going to get any better. No more than 1 creature can attack the Wanderer. It's a 5 loyalty 6-drop. For +1, it exiles up a creature, and then you blink it. For 0, it makes a samurai with double strike. And for -4, you save 1 and kill the board. Love ya, Wanderer. Love ya. And she's just a rare? So is Kaya? Wow. This set is pushed, folks. This set is pushed. Tell me otherwise. We're getting that kind of beef at rare? We're getting that kind of raw USDA 100% grass-fed beef at rare? The mythic slot is ungodly. Let's hope we hit a 6 mythic. Let's hope we hit a 6 mythic and see what really happens. Soul of New Phyrexia. Well, there's a mythic in our list slot. Not necessarily the card we want, but a cool card. A cool card nonetheless is a throwback. Good old M15. We'd all learned to play Commander by then. We were just struggling. We decided there's a little bit of a bend in the corner. That one's a little jacked up. It's a 6/6 trample for 6. Permanents you control gain indestructible for 5 and exile it from your graveyard. Not a bad trick. You know what? In some decks, that's great. Did we not? Oh, we just got a foil. I was like, did we not get a rare for that? I want a new rare. The Seed Core. I think that's called the Pit when it's in an avocado. 1 colorless. It's a land. It's a sphere. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana on only cast Phyrexia and creature spells. Not hard, boss. Keep them coming. Corrupted. Tap. Target 1. Oh, it's like a Pendlehaven. Interesting. It's a Phyrexian Pendlehaven. What do you know? What do you say, huh? Chittering Skitterling. Great name. Kudos naming. Slaughter Singer. Looks more like vomit, but again, a 2-drop. Green-white 2/2 toxic 2. Whenever another creature you control this thing is pushed. Come on. Come on. When Skrelv Minimight, Master of Mycology, goes in swinging, this guy buffs him on turn 2? Yo. What is up with the 1 and 2 drops in the set? A 1/1 Death Touch with Toxic, because 1/1 Death Touch wasn't good enough for limited? You get right out of town. Oh my god. We're going crazy over here, you guys. We're going crazy. The cards in this set are good. Don't take my word for it. I don't know anything, but when it costs 1 less than its power and toughness and then has 3 upsides, it's probably a good Magic card. Maybe not the best, but it sure ain't bad. Golly. Poison counter. Look, the old school poison tracker. I missed you, bro. I missed that card. Predation Steward. Yikes. Look at that Tyvar. There's some stank around this boy. He's pretty low rated, and then everybody started to like read the card and think, and then suddenly reevaluated it. Tyvar might be coming out in Modern, y'all. Look at him, just throwing a haymaker in a Phyrexian's face. He's like, what up? He is Chad energy right here. The good type of Chad, too. That spunky one we like. Man, we got 3 Planeswalkers on the set, too? That's right, there's 10 Planeswalkers in this thing. Okay, so let's wind it back. Everything's undercosted, has a ton of abilities. Poison is back. It has a amazing Praetor, some amazing Mythics, and 10 Planeswalkers at rare, most of which are good. You do the math. Does that equate to a decent Magic set? What are they going to do next time? 3 Praetors, 20 Planeswalkers at rare, and you get a dual land in every box? Like, come on. It can't get much better than this without really causing problems. I mean, these uncommons are stupid. The best Edict ever printed and minor misstep. Maybe I'm overreacting. You guys caught me on a good night. But damn, and then you get some of these? Come on now. Come on. Come on. Maybe I'm crazy. Do we still get 30 packs in a set booster box? Are these so good they had to cut me back? What's going on in here? Yeah, 30 set boosters. All right, dang. I'm trying. You know, they say in life, if something seems too good to be true, it is. So please, guys, help me understand. I feel like I'm even hitting a whiffy box. Like, I know I'm not running the table here. We didn't pull, like, foil Eleshnorn and a bunch of other crazy stuff, but this doesn't... If this is a bad or medium box, you guys... I guess... Oh, shoot. Oh, my God. The video is ruined. Foil mountains everywhere. Friggin' whatchamacallits. Vindicator, Assault, Asylum, Assistant. Oh, my God, you guys. I can barely hold them up. Magic minigame Winchester draft. You get out of here. Apostle of Invasion. Corrupted. Probably not, but not bad. Geth, another Geth. There we go. This is bringing us back to Earth. 2 rips on the shittiest one. I'm sorry. Ooh, the worst one. You know, if you're out there and you don't appreciate language like that, or you're old enough that you shouldn't use it, understand it, or hear it, my apologies. Don't. You're a better person when you don't curse. Find better curses and say them self to your head, but particularly polysyllabic ones that you can drop in language, more to disdain folks and flex your larger vocabulary than use such crude and coarse language as curses. Boy, that really brought me back to Earth. I'm such a fallible being. Maybe I should go to Phyrexia and pursue perfection. Excise the cursing from my mind. Replace it with a bunch of teeth. Or bad mirrored-in equipment. Your choice. Dealer's choice. Cinder Slash Ravage. La, 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 la. Encroaching Mycosynth. Encroaching Mycosynth. Non-land permanents you control are artifacts in addition to their other types. The same is true for permanent spells you control and non-land permanents cards you own that aren't the battlefield. Interesting. That's not... What's that 40k card that does something like that? Life Beyond Death. You guys know it's the friggin' oh my gosh, it's the one from the Necrons. Dang, there you go. There you go. You don't have to buy the command. You don't have to buy the 40k cards. You just go down to your shop. You buy one set booster box. You open it with your buddy. You have like 14 planeswalkers and a bunch of 2-drops that'll win every game of kitchen table you ever play because your friends are on 2 trying to play like... They're not even playing Wall of Blossoms. They're playing like whatever bad Dominarian 2-drop you want to give them. And then you're just like, well, Mind Flies has Toxic 2 and then proliferates from the graveyard after drawing a card. And they're like, what? And you're like, yeah, we're playing the same game. I mean, we're not, but we are. Ooh, there's her token. Samurai. They look angry. Unctus's Retrofitter. Unctus. My aunt and my Unctus both said magic is good for me. Kethek, Crucible Goliath. He's a Phyrexian beast. He is in Rakdos colors, red, black 2, 4/4. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-legendary card with lesser mana value. Put it on the battlefield. Okay, so at the beginning of your end step, mimic that? At the beginning of your end step, birthing pod? At the beginning of your end step, Rakdos, because you can sack it too? There's potential in that. That's a fun card for those colors. Oh, what do we got here? What do we got here? Speaking of birthing pod, Phyrexian blue. Blue Rexian? How do we say these? Phyrexian blue, blue mana Phyrexian, whatever, 3. And then 1 in blue mana Phyrexian, exile a spell you control. Sounds like it's on the stack to me. Target opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a card with mana value equal to 1+. This sounds so fun for Commander. Spell on the stack birthing pod? Yo, I mean, they're going to see it coming, but still, what do? They cast a spell and then you cast a spell and then rip their spell for free? End of turn before you're untapped, just having some gas? Just for gigs? Just for tickles and giggles there? I love it. You guys. What's up? Is it just me? Is it the moon? Is it just having a good week, working hard, being an honest person? Or is it that Phyrexia is that gosh dang cool? Because these cards don't do that great. It's 32 minutes. I'm just battling to myself. This is the worst box opening I've ever done. Blade of Shared Souls for Mirrodin. Whenever it becomes attached, you may have that creature become a copy. That's interesting. We'll see what that does in the future. So we're going to start moving quickly because I know when these get too long, people just don't care or watch them. But thank you for joining me on this because this is friggin' awesome. This set is really good, and I think I'm opening a bad box. Like I said, I think I'm opening a pretty mediocre box, and I'm going to keep selling it that way so that just ridiculous mythics start surfacing to shut me up because the only thing Fate likes more than giving me a bad box is proving me wrong. So, look at that. Flash Norn's house. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. Zopandrel, Hunger Dominus. I can barely say that. 4/6 reach for 7. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control. Yikes! And you sacrifice 2 guys to get indestructible? Okay, Ramp. Chill out. You're going to double the power and toughness on everyone? Necrogen. Rot Priest, yo. Alright, let's start moving a little quicker. Urzabrask's Armor, blah. I can barely say some of these. Charge of the Mites. Maze's Mantle. Branch Blight Stalker. Carnivorous Canopy. Some great alliteration in this set. What a set. What a time to be alive, guys. What a time to be alive. 2023. Phyrexia, all will be 1. Shout out to my boy Rudy, all will be 69. Rebel against the cause. Oxida Finisher. Slow Bad. What a mean name. Slow Bad. But for 3, he's a 3/3 Phyrexian Goblin Artificer. Tap him, sack an artifact, add an amount of red equal to the sacked artifact's mana. Spend this mana only to cast artifacts. there'll be a place for him. There will be a place for him. That reprint Thrumming Bird, a Bladed Ambassador, a Century. We got some Wazzies, we got some Woozies. It's a Fugazi, it's a Fugazi. But we got him. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Big Daddy Mountaintop. Oh my God, those are too cool. Okay, we're going to finish this before 40 minutes. I prom. Pinky swear promise. We're getting it done. Mirrored in Safe House. There it is. Reverse Crucible Worlds. As long as it's on the battlefield, it has the activated abilities of all land cards in the graveyard. Nice. Grass. Unstoppable Juggernaut. These are so sick. These friggin' horror anime art cards. Get right out of town. Get right out of town. Get right out of town. Boom, boom, boom. Terramorphic, an island, and an art card. Oh, there's that Junji Ito Elish Norn. So elite. So elite. And we got the real one. If only we got the real one. Phyrexian Horror Star 1, Trample Haste, Sylvok Battle Chair. It's just a battle chair. Love how straightforward that is. What is it? It's a battle chair. What is it? A battle chair. Did I stutter? It's a battle chair. Ovika, Enigma Goliath. I love how creepy and yucky all those eyes under this cape are. And I think this card's pretty cool. Ward 3 and pay 3 life. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, make a bunch of 1/1 red Phyrexian goblins. Dope. Let's use that as our commander and go to town. Let's go to town. Phyrexia town. It's going down. Can you tell I'm in a good mood? Can you tell? Can you all at home tell? What do we got back there? Looks like we got a little something. Let's pull this one first. With all due respect, we got the friggin' bomb. Let's go. Eternal Wanderer looking yucky and scary, but she didn't get completed. But she looks dope on here. Look at her slashing and bashing. Friggin' foil. Anime art. Manga art. Yo. And a Dark Slick Shores. That's like our first land, too. And it's got a land set. Oops, I forgot. It's better than what I was saying. 3 rares. Ho-ho. Ho-ho. Might Overseer. Might not. Depends what she says later. So there it is, 4/2 first strike. As long as it's your turn, creature tokens you control get +1/+0 and have first strike. And for a white Rexian and 3 colorless, you can make a might. You might and you might not. We might Overseer, but she might not let us. We'll just have to find out and ask nicely and be a gentleman on the way there. Let's look at the rest of the cards in the pack. Everybody's going to be like, whatever drugs you did before this Phyrexia box opening, you should do the rest. Your YouTube channel will probably have more views. And to that, I say, that's the problem. I don't prepare or practice or put effort into this. I just turn the camera on and go. And you know what? After this, I'm going to sit down because I'm old and boring, and just talking about cardboard this long made my back hurt. Copperline Gorge. We like ye. These lands showing up. We like ye. Quicksilver Fisher. I do like this art. It's cool. It's kind of an ink print watercolor. Do you think that passes for art on Phyrexia? Like, that's the best they can do? Like, that's the best drawn Magic card on Phyrexia? I'm losing it here, folks. We're going to finish this off before I start saying really stupid things. And most of you at home are like, too late, bruh. Ripskiff, Soulless Jailer. That's going to be a modern pain in the bujuju. Permanents. Cards in graveyards can't enter the battlefield. Players can't cast non-creature spells from graveyard or exile. It costs 2. It's a Grafdigger's Cage, but it's better and it can block. Welcome to Phyrexia. Everything's cheaper, has more abilities, a power, and a toughness, and is 1 mana less. Get dunked, regular life. You loser, you nerd. Kaido, Dancing Shadow. Dude, these are so sick. Look at this weird spider puppet rejected Naruto villain with a panda-faced phone charm on his whirling blade. What the flip is going down, y'all? Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you may return one of them to their owner's hand, aka you can ninjutsu them. Jutsu them. Whenever they be doing that damage unblocked, like, you jutsu that. And when you do that jutsu, you do. If you do, you may activate a loyalty ability of Kaido twice this turn, not just once. And for 0, it draws a card. You like drawing 2? Well, you can do that both for free. If you do that jutsu, you do so well, dude. +1, put untap up to 1 target creature can't attack or block. Just shut him down. Just shut him down and say, no, I'm jutsuing you again, bruh. And I'm going to lock you out for every turn because I only cost 4. And then for -2, he makes a drone with Death Touch. And when this creature leaves the battlefield, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2. Not a bad guy to make. Sick alternate art friggin' Planeswalker dude lit. Oh my god. What's going on? What's going on? Brother, brother, brother. There's too many good cards in this one. That's what I'll say. Gosh, golly gosh dang it. Phyrexian Atlas in the foil. Love this art. Love this card. Might get a poster of that. Might get a tattoo of that later. Might get a sandwich later. Agenta Mastercore. What do you know? It's 5 for a 5/5. And it's got first strike. And it's got protection from multicolored. Which helps on the battlefield, but not so much for removal. But somewhat for artifacts. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice it unless you discard a card. But because this is 2023, it doesn't just make you discard a card. When you discard a card, destroy target non-land permanent opponent controls. Why not? Why have it be a downside? Yes, you have to discard a card. It's a massacre. But when you do, destroy target non-land permanent they control with mana value equal to or less than the discarded card. Because it's not a cost for a 5/5 first strike for 5 with protection from multicolor. It's an ability to turn the cards in your hand into destruction, aka basic lands killing tokens, and that 4-drop spell you don't need anymore because you have them beat on rate, killing their best creature so you can swing in. Duh. Serum Sovereign, blue and 4. He's a 4/4 flying, pretty good. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put an oil counter. Like it. Blue, remove an oil, draw a card. Then scry 2, because drawing a card isn't enough. It's Phyrexia. Everything does 2 things twice for 1 mana. Maybe you don't even have to pay mana. Am I losing my mind? I think I'm losing my mind. Everything I knew about Magic. I'm old. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just like the guys who were my age when I was buying Urza's Saga and they still thought Fungasaur was a card you played with 10. Remember when Fungasaur was sought after? This must be what it felt like. Now I understand you, Evan Irwin. Skull Clamp. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Maybe Magic's bad. But these cards seem damn good. Foil Thrumming and Mondrak. We got a closer. Let's go. Let's go. The big wheel in the sky keeps on turning, boys and girls. 2 blue. 2 blue. See, I am losing my mind. I'm sorry. 2 white and 2. It's a legendary creature. It's a Phyrexian horror. It's a 4/4 that costs 4. Of course it is. What is a 4/4 for 4 that doesn't have 2 abilities, one of which makes it super easy? Sacrifice 2 other artifacts and or creatures. They didn't even care. They're like, look, man, pay 4 life in a colorless or a treasure or a token. Bro, I don't care. Just get to the fact that you can't destroy this because it's a friggin' doubling season. Or parallel lives. Doesn't really matter because it's a 4/4 for 4 in white that's a powerful $40 card that also doesn't care because it's just like, dude, just throw a few permanents and some life and mana at me and you can't destroy it, okay? We just don't want them to kill it. Friggin' Magic. I love you. I love you. Lugs Artillery. Boy, that's almost like attainable luxury. 4 colorless. Whenever you cast an artifact creature spell, it gains Sunburst. At the beginning of your end step, if there are 30 or more counters among artifacts or creatures you control, deal 10 damage to each opponent. Dude, I love this card for Commander. Let's go. All right. Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, fine cats and kittens and other folks of the YouTube Magic world, as you can see, blowing off some steam here today, but this was an absolute blast. I think this box was decent to medium. And I had a hoot. I mean, you saw, we ran the table. Our 4 Mythics, 2 Dominus, a special version of Atraxa, Mondrak, a big daddy in the corner, Alesh's boyfriend, and a whole grip of Planeswalkers. I mean, 2 Emperors, 1 alternate art, a Kaido, a Tyvar, oh gosh, what's her name? Kaya, 2 Skrelvs, one of which is foil alt art. This is nuts. And all of these great lands. I mean, these are just whatevers now. Look at what we got over here. Look at what we got over here. They would charge you $59.99 and waiting online for 3 hours to get a scalper to beat you to buy these in a secret lair, and they're practically giving them away. They can't give you any more bang for your buck. I love you guys. Be ready for more. Posting this tonight, but we're going to definitely be opening some more Phyrexia All Will Be One on the channel. Some more set boosters coming your way. Some collector's boosters coming your way. Be good. And on that one, enjoy the darkness. Peace.